Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Miles Dinning. I'd like to give you a warm welcome aboard SkyWest Airlines Flight 5137 with nonstop service from Denver International Airport here over to Hayes Regional Airport, which is in Kansas, western Kansas. I'm accompanied by First Officer Elijah Daniel today. It's our pleasure to welcome you aboard. We're going to be cruising up today at a cruising altitude of 35,000 feet, looking at a flight time of just over 40 minutes. On the flight down there today. We're supposed to be off the ground here at 8:45 local time. Actually, 7:45 local time, 8:45 Central Time. So, let's go ahead and get underway with the setup of this aircraft. So, I'm just going to check out the stream real fast. Looks good. Wi-Fi is doing a lot better than it was last night. I do have an actual SkyWest CRJ checklist that I found from SkyWest Virtual. I'm not currently flying this flight with SkyWest Virtual, though, because they didn't have it in the schedule. They're missing a bunch of flights from their schedule, so... Alrighty, so, sorry about the delay here. I'm just trying to get everything set up. Okay. First thing on the checklist, circuit breakers. We can go ahead and check that all of those are in. While we're waiting here, I'm going to go ahead and get catering services. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Let's get Gate Gourmet today, and we'll see if they come up on the other side of the aircraft over at that service door. So circuit breakers, we're going to go ahead and check to make sure that they are all in. We'll check the circuit breakers over here as well. They look all fine. I do hear that catering truck coming. Nose wheel steering is off. Hydraulic pumps are right up here. They're all off as well. Landing gear lever is down. Landing gear is right there. Spoiler lever is retracted. Flap lever is set. Radar is off. ADG manual release. I'm not sure what this is actually. I'm gonna have to look this up after this flight. ADG manual release. Maybe these things right here. The pitch disconnect and roll disconnect. I don't know. Parking brake is set. Battery master. We're gonna go ahead and power up the beast for the day. Here she comes. You can see the display is coming alive. I'm gonna go ahead and do our fire test. I believe that is good. We are actually going to, we're not going to use ground power today. I do want to use the APU. Ground power is so loud, but I did hear that's what it is like for the real aircraft. Looks like catering just got here. I do hear another aircraft. Oh, no, never mind. That's our own aircraft. That's our APU. Is there another checklist? There is over there. Another tablet over there. I'm going to go ahead and open up the service door. Let the catering guys come in. MC Greenstrip, how's it going? Alex, how's it going? Nice to see you guys on the stream today. So APU is started, AC electrical bleed air established, so we're going to go ahead and APU gen is on auto, and then our bleed air, it is open. Why does GSX not like that? Oh well, I guess I'll cancel the canceled GSX right now. I will go ahead and ask for fueling though. We'll get fueling instead of catering. Bleed air, let's see where that is. This is so difficult trying to learn how to fly this new airplane. This is only my second flight ever. So, okay. Aircraft electrical emergency equipment is checked. Gear and safety pins. I'm gonna pretend like we have those. Aircraft documents are all checked. I do have my OFP here from SimBrief on a clipboard, so I do have the documents. Let's see, what else do we have to do? A hydraulic 3A, so I assume... Let's see, how many pounds of fuel do we need? We needed to take 6,334. So we don't have that option. So 6,334. I'm gonna go ahead and load that much fuel up. $6,336. And let's see what our zero fuel weight is today. Let's go ahead and get this set up, actually. Zero fuel weight, 52,222. I'll go ahead and take some cargo off. And then also take some passengers off to get to 52,222. Set fuel and payload. There we go. I don't know what he's talking about. We can go ahead and start boarding, I guess. Okay. Hydraulic 3A pump. I assume that is this one. I'm gonna go ahead and flip that to on, maybe? Nose wheel door is closed. Sure. HRS, both. Don't know what that is. And we can go ahead and set up the FMC.
Sorry.
Go ahead and check the status, make sure our nav database is correct, UTC time is correct, date is correct. Today is the 5th of August. School is sadly on the horizon. We're taking off from Denver. We're going to come over here and get our GPS 1 position. So, oh, and I forgot to put the IRSs to nav. There we go. So now the IRSs will start aligning.
Sorry.
Jump over here. Put in Denver again. We're going to Kilo Hotel Sierra Yankee. Alternate is... Nah, took it, yeah. Hayes, there we go. Alternate is going to be Salina, Kilo Sierra Lima November. That's our alternate today. Flight number is SkyWest. If we can find the K and the W, that would be helpful. SkyWest 5137.
Hello.
On the departure today, we are going to be
Hello.
taking the Exton 4. So we'll come over here. Let's get some weather for Denver, actually. If I can find the weather. No, I don't want LaGuardia. I don't want Kansas City. I did do that flight last night. Let's see, Denver. And then Hayes. There we go. Okay, so the current Denver weather is a wind 280 at 12. That means we will be departing to the west. I'm actually... Yeah, we'll just depart to the west and bring her back around. So we'll take off on runway 25 today. On the Exton 4 departure. So we're taking the Exton 4 to, it should be Shake? No. Let's see, did I miss the transition. Okay, I guess I didn't, so. Actually, I need to be on the leg page. So runway 25, extend 4. There we go. Okay. Let me just verify on the legs page that. I don't know. I don't know why the departure isn't loading up. But I'll solve that later. Go back to flight plan here. Extend 4 should be to shake and then direct to Hayes. VOR. Wow, passengers are already on board. That is crit. We have the big pallet loader for this little CRJ. Wow. That's interesting. So, going over to Hotel Yankee Sierra Hayes VOR. There we go. Go ahead and execute that. I'll take a look at the departure in a little bit. But, I'm going to copy over our data to the Perfinet. Cruising altitude will be 35,000. There we go. Go ahead and execute that VNAV setup. We're just going to leave it as a standard VNAV today. Cruising at Mach 7.4, I guess. Mach decimal 7.4. Okay, I believe that is all for now. I am going to take a look at that departure real quick. That's arrivals, departures here. The extant 4. Extant 4. Yeah, we're missing a whole bunch of waypoints. Maybe it's, I mean, you can take it off of 2.5. Let's try taking 1.7 right and see if that fixes it. One 7 right on the already selected extant 4 arrival or departure, and 1.7 right. There we go. So I guess we're going to be taking 1.7 right today. But off of 1.7 right, we're going to be going direct to just GIST above 7,000. Then to be gone below 10,000 old. And then we go to Mesa above 14,000 Faluge. Extan. Yeah, we're missing the last two, so Cabot, Charlie Alpha Bravo Echo Tango. And then direct to Shake Sierra Hotel Alpha Yankee Kilo. I need that kilo in there. There we go. So then we will be going direct to Hayes. There we go. Execute. There's our route. We have our route all programmed in, so FMC is initialized, so we can begin our originating checks. Pre-flight checks completed. I'm actually going to use the standard Aerosoft checklist. It's a bit easier to read. I'll start using the SkyWest one after I know kind of how to do things, but for now I'm going to just use the standard Aerosoft one. So circuit breakers, nose wheel steering, hydraulic pumps off, landing gear down, spoiler, radar, ADG, emergency flap switch, normal battery on, IRS, nav, emergency equipment, gears and safety pin. Alright, cabin inspection is complete. Originating checks. Internal and external pre-flight checks complete. Pedals and seats and harnesses adjusted and locked. Crew oxygen and mask. This is the first flight of the day for this aircraft, so go ahead and test our oxygen. There we go. Audio warning panel. I believe that is down here by the first officer. Yes. Set. Let's see. FO full panel. Yeah. I guess we can't do an audio warning test today. That's alright. So audio warning is completed. Electric power panel is checked. We do have, what is DC service? I don't know. We're gonna leave that on for now, I guess. Generators are all on. APU is on. Can actually go ahead and turn the packs on since we have APU power. Fire detection test has already been completed. External lights. We need our nav light, logo, and actually no logo, just nav and wing light. Fuel panel is checked. We don't need the boost pumps on, and don't need the cross flow on. Bleed air panel. I'm still trying to figure this out, but I believe, let's see. So there's packs, that's ram air, that's recirculation fan. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. What are these? Maybe manual temperature control. So, okay, this, yeah, that looks confusing. APU panel as required. Start panel checked, no lights. Continuous ignition is off. Hydraulic panel checked. We do have 3A on. ELT switch. Actually, arm and reset. We don't want that on. Got it. That's for aviation emergency use only. Cabin pressure. Let's go ahead and get the elevation for Hayes. Showing the elevation at 2,000 feet exactly. So open this up and dial that in. 2,000 is our landing elevation. Cabin pressure panel set. Air. There we go. Air conditioning panel is set. Ice detector test needs to be completed. Maybe that. Yeah, that seems like a good test button right there. Ah. Okay, got it. Ice detector test complete. Windshield switches are low. Emergency lights are armed. Standby compass checked. We're about 175 degrees, and we got 171, so that all checks out. Where was I? Standby compass, emergency light, standby compass, stall test complete. I don't know how to do this yet. Darn it. I don't even know what this button does. Stall test. If you guys know how to do a stall test in a CRJ, let me know. I still need to learn this aircraft. Yeah, I'm not seeing any stall test right now. This wheel steering switch is off. Clocks are set 1346 Zulu. Alright. Clocks are set 1347 Zulu now. EFIS control panel. Check. I'm going to go ahead and turn the airports off. I don't like all that clutter on there. FMS2, actually. Do we even need to have that on? No, we don't. Okay. And nav source is FMS1. What is that sound? hear a clicking sound or something. Instrument panel, ICAS, and standby instruments. Let's get an altimeter setting. 3005, so I'll go ahead and dial that in to both. .3005 set.
Viewer bay, overheat. Viewer bay, overheat.
There we go. Both of those tests are complete. Upper pedestal checked and looks good. Let's do a lamp test just to see all the pretty lights of this CRJ. Wonderful. There's one other aircraft probably just flying overhead. Thrust levers are down. Avionics and radio tuning panel. Let's see. No ATC is on right now, so 22.8. Trim. Let's see. Flight control. Trim is in the green. Yaw dampers. Engage. Source select panel. Probably this right here. I'm gonna go and listen to the other pilot. Talking through his headset. Lowest pedestal. It's checked. Alright, before we start checklist, passenger signs are on now. I'm going to go ahead and shut the doors. Go ahead and close up all of the doors. I guess they were all open. Where was I? Passenger signs on. Landing elevation is set for 2,000. Boost pumps are on. Altimeter 3005 set in both. FMS and IRS are set and aligned. Radios 122.8. We don't. I'm not going to use any nav aids on this flight. I just need to get the basic fundamentals of flying this aircraft down. Takeoff briefing, we're going to be taxiing out to runway 17 right, standard reject procedures. 2V1, anything past V1, we'll continue the takeoff roll and solve up in the air. After, if it's before 80 knots, we'll just cancel the takeoff roll and follow standard low-speed reject actions. In the case of a reject, I will call reject. We will follow standard reject actions 2V1, as I said before. You will talk to ATC and let them know what we are doing. I will, and then we'll start running the QRH if there is any sort of emergency. Alright, takeoff briefing complete. So, cleared to start check. Steve, is this plane worth the money? Yes, kind of. Right now, I'd say it is. I mean, it's only $50 compared to the PMDG stuff, which is like $130 for the 747. So yeah, this is definitely worth $50. I mean, comparing it to PMDG, it's pretty much there. Just over the next few updates, a few things might need to be wrinkled out or worked out. Yeah, I'd say it's worth it now. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so I can't really get the full experience, but what I have been able to do so far is nice. So let's go ahead and verify that the APU is on. Yep, it is. Papers are all on board. Yeah. Takeoff data. I'm gonna go ahead and get our V speeds here. Set takeoff. There we go. I know I'm kind of cheating a little bit when I do that. Beacon is on. I'm going to go ahead and get pushback. Request pushback. Beacon is on. Fuel pumps and quantity. So I don't know if these are the pumps or not. I don't know. I didn't have them on at all yesterday, and I was able to make it here. But our fuel quantity, we have 6,145 required legally for takeoff today. We need 5,834. So we are good.
Locking gear count.
Fuel pumps and quantity. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set all hydraulics to auto. Parking brake as required. Engines we will start, and fuel feed check valve test we will complete on the first flight of the day. So, just gonna wait for GSX to begin pushing up.
Release parking brakes.
Yep. We also need to take off the wheel chocks.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
You're clear behind the aircraft and safe to start engines at your discretion.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn the packs off, turn on continuous ignition, and start the right engine. I was having some problems last night trying to get the engine shut off. I cannot get the throttle back into that locked tent. So once I get down on the ground in haze, I may have a few problems getting the engine shut off. Alright, engine 1 is on. We're going to go ahead and start the left engine.
Set parking brakes, please.
Parking brake is set. I don't know if you have to do this with, I did see in another video someone was flicking these up when they were starting the engine. So. Alright, both engines are on.
Unlocking gear.
We're going to go ahead. Gen 1 and Gen 2 are set to auto.
Connected. Bypass pin removed.
Bleed valves and packs are on. Continuous ignition is off. Going to go ahead and shut the APU down. Anti-ice is as required. Probes are on. Electrical. Let's go ahead and leave the APU gen off.
Captain, left is clear. Right is clear. You are all clear behind the aircraft.
There we go. Mach trim set. Rudder check. Nose wheel steering is armed. After start checklist complete. We're gonna go ahead and begin the taxi checklist. So we're gonna set flaps. Set flaps to 8 for departure. We're going to do our flight control check. So left, right, neutral, down, up, neutral, rudder left, rudder right, neutral. Flight control check was all good. Trims green and 7.5. Thrust reversers, we can go ahead and arm those. Flight instruments 081, 081, 081 all look the same. FMS auto tune, not sure what that is yet. I'm going to look that up after the flight as well. CAS clear and check. I also do not know what that is. So before takeoff checklist complete. Before taxi checklist complete. And 17 right is right here. I don't know why I was going to taxi all the way to 25. That would have made for a much longer video. Let's jump outside and take a look at the aircraft. The modeling is extremely well done, along with the lighting. I do like the lighting, especially the night lighting, and kind of the way the lights interact with the ground at night. We're going to go ahead and jump onto, what taxiway is this? Kilo? It's not overturn. Now we're a little short, but that's alright. This aircraft is also extremely quiet up in the front, because you don't have the engines under the wing to that are closer. The engines are all the way in the back of the aircraft, and they're they're smaller engines as well compared to, say, a 737 or 777, definitely. But all right, let's see. Before takeoff checklist, lights and strobes. Gonna go ahead. Oh, taxi light should have been on. All lights on. Strobe light is on. Fuel cross flow, manual and off. That. I don't know. Am I supposed to leave it like this? Ignition anti-ice as required. Flight attendants. Actually. Alright, we're good. Flight attendants, let's see. Flight attendants for departure, please. Thank you. Transponder and TCAS. Yeah, this was kind of confusing. It took me a while, but now we're on. Need to squawk 2200. There we go. We'll check left, check right. We're good. Radar and terrain displays as required. I'm not going to turn the terrain display on because we're not heading out towards the mountains. We're heading away from them. And CAS check and clear. Whatever that is again. Maybe it's this display over here, kind of like your iCast maybe. All right, takeoff config is okay. So we're ready to rock and roll. Want the engine in one stabilized to 50%, and then max power. I'm not sure if there's a toga button or anything. I haven't found that yet. So this is how I'm going to be doing takeoffs for now, just advancing the throttles manually. Whoa. Bring it back to the left just a little bit. Alright, passed 80 knots a bit ago actually. V1, rotate. V2. Also to right, gear coming up. Okay, we're gonna engage the autopilot, give us nav, and do vertical speed of about 3,500 feet per minute now. Actually, we're gonna heading select left. Heading 120, altitude 35,000 feet. Raising the flaps. Flaps are up now. There's 35. And I'm just gonna do it direct to just, so now nav mode goes on. Yep, and FMS 1, so. Oh, goodness. We're not supposed to be this high yet, I don't think. Nope, not above 10,000 on the departure. I haven't figured out VNAV yet either. I don't believe the CRJ has it, which makes things a bit more difficult. So you do have to manually control the throttle, but I just really haven't found out. I mean, you just kind of have to time it so you get to the correct altitudes and airspeeds. I'm not quite sure yet. It's a bit confusing. Oh shoot, I forgot to start elapsed. Oh, there we go. Elapsed time starts on departure, so been going for 2 minutes already. What do you say? I think I'll just get rid of this altitude restriction and just climb up to. Whoop. Maybe if I, okay, so speed also controls your vertical speed, so if I want to climb at a constant 250 knots, so it's going to accelerate me to 250 knots and keep my attitude so that it remains 250 knots, probably. Put it into climb mode, maybe? Okay, for, let's see, climb check, fuel flow, and cross flows, auto, bleeds, and APU are set. Thrust reversers are off. And CAS check and clear again. Still not quite sure what that means. Since we're about 10,000, I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed to 300. And once we get up to 350, that should give us about Mach 0.78. Alright, there's Begone, now going direct to Old. There's Hayes over there, about 320, a little less than 320 nautical miles away. Let's go ahead and 244 nautical miles away. We're going to be there in 33 minutes. Salina in 1 hour 15. That's about how long it takes for the actual flight to Salina to get here. I do live there here in Salina. It takes about an hour and 15 to an hour and 30 minutes to get from Denver to Salina. Spencer, how's it going? Nice to see you today. Not really doing much of anything right now. Just flying a plane. Okay, so I am climbing with the speed about 300. The aircraft will pitch to maintain that speed. Yesterday on the climb out, the aircraft was just going crazy. Couldn't figure anything out. Yeah, I've started reading. I'm on page 300. So I have about 150 more pages to go. How about you? Have you? .101, that's... You have some more reading to do in the next week. That's alright. Passing 18,000 then now, so we're going to go ahead and set standard. Yeah, good luck on the reading, Spencer. Well, there's not really much to do during this portion of the flight. Just kind of climbing up and monitoring instruments and such. Let's go to our VNAV page and see what we're supposed to be climbing at. VNAV climb 290.74. I don't know. We'll just go ahead and climb at 0.74. Put that up there. That is a little high, that speed. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just do vertical speed, because we have to get all the way up to 350 before we begin our descent. So, I'm just gonna get best vertical speed right now, and just get her up there to our cruising altitude. It is a nice cloudy day here in eastern Colorado. Let's see where we're flying over right now. We are just north of Lyman, getting ready to fly over the looks like just kind of a crossroad there. You're from Linden, Colorado. We are flying over. We'll be flying over you shortly. Let's go ahead and up the vertical speed to 3,500 feet per minute. Nice exterior shot. Yankees card collector 99. I don't know. That's how I've always pronounced it. I've always pronounced it Lyman. That's how my family pronounces it. Mr. Anonymous Man, how's it going, sir? Nice to see you on the stream today. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lower that vertical speed now just a little bit. Nope, that's raising it. We're at 260 knots. Yeah, I really need to lower that vertical speed now to maintain our best forward speed. Or a good forward speed, at least. Bring it down even more. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign off. And make a PA announcement. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Currently climbing through 32,000 feet on our way up to 35,000 feet. 35,000 feet will be our final cruising altitude today on the way over to Hays. Currently expected to be on the ground in about 31 minutes. I ask that you please sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of your flight aboard United Express today. We hope you did enjoy your flight with us, and hope to see you again here real soon on another United Express flight operated by SkyWest Airlines. Alrighty. Announcements done. Passing for 33,000 now. Let's see, are there inside interior views? Don't think so. Alright, our arrival into Hayes. Let's go ahead and plan that out. Current wind is 090 at 10. Let's pop up the diagram here and see what the best runway would be. Let's see, 16 looks like our best option. We would have a bit of a slight, very minor headwind if we land on 16. So we'll plan the RNAV 16. Let's see, is there a alright, just getting up to 35 now. So I'm going to set our speed marker here to Mach 7.8. I don't see a top and descent yet. Wonder when that's going to pop up. Probably once we reach 35. So we will be up there. Just a moment. Trying to see if there's like a plan mode. Yeah, here we go. How do we jump through these legs? Maybe it's actually over here. No, it doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Is there another? Okay, so this looks like a plan mode on a 737. How do I jump through the different legs? To click on them. Alright, just reached our cruise speed of Mach 0.78. I don't know, legs. Click over now. I don't quite know how to jump. Oh, a bit slow now. This is a thing about having no auto throttle. Makes it a bit more difficult to manage your speed. Not quite sure when our top of descent is. I had not seen any top of descent. Mr. Beast 6000, nice to see you today, sir. We're in extreme eastern portions of Colorado now. Let's see, VNAV, Perfinite maybe. Yeah, I don't know where our top of descent is. It just popped up for me yesterday. And, oh, landing lights. Forgot those. Mr. B6000, thank you for the sub. Greatly appreciated. See our VNav here. I don't know. I'll just descend. It'll probably actually pop up after shake. It's actually a left turn to shake. Now in Kansas. Getting ready to fly north of Goodland. We have a nice tailwind today. 30055. Not the strongest, but just a nice tailwind. I do apologize for the buffering. I don't know why it's doing this again. Looks like we will fly directly over Hoxie, Kansas, which is actually my grandpa. He has a farm out there, so I'll wave hi to him as I fly over. We will be making that right turn, which should put us directly on path over Hoxie. Yeah, we're just gonna fly just south of it. Just reaching the end of our SID right now. Currently, let's see, it says 139 nautical miles from Hayes. Yeah, that makes sense. Still don't see that top of descent. by the time we get to the Hayes VOR, which is 106 nautical miles away. So I have 106 nautical miles to descend about 30,000 feet. Anonymous Man, thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. Currently have 4,145 pounds of fuel on board. Let's see how much reserve we have. Yeah, 3.2 on the reserve, so that's how much we should have after we land left on the aircraft. Okay, so we have about 80 nautical miles until we do get to the A's VOR. I'm gonna go ahead and make my announcement to the passengers. Tell them to fasten their seatbelts and get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. It's coming up on our descent into the Hayes airport. I'm going to go ahead and turn on that fasten seatbelt sign at this time. I ask that you please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. We are currently expected to be on the ground in Hayes in about 20 minutes. Please sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of your flight, and thank you for joining us today aboard United Express, operated by SkyWest Airlines. Alright, there we go. We're going to drop that altitude down now. I want to maintain about 280 knots on the descent. If it would unfreeze, what is going on? Okay, I guess we'll just use vertical speed for the moment. And about 9,000 feet, so at the Hayes VOR, we need to be down at 9,312. So we're going to use that green, the green arc to kind of guess where we need to be. Sorry for that, just step away there, just for a few moments. So, currently 57 nautical miles from the Hayes VOR. Keep on descending. I'm not seeing that green arc yet. I'm not sure if it's a bug with the aircraft or... Let's just increase it to some crazy vertical speed. Yeah, there it is. That's the pink arc. I guess we're going to be descending at 5,000 feet per minute. Gives us a nice, like, 5 degree nose down attitude. It's literally just like a roller coaster. I'm going to give us some spoiler. I guess we'll just do max flight spoiler. Alright, just coming up on... I guess we don't need that much vertical speed now. Go down to about 4,000 feet per minute. Still giving us that large nose down attitude. I'm going to go ahead and open up the approach plate for the RNAV PPS runway 16. Where is the Hayes VOR on this? Yep. How do you even pronounce that? Echo Quebec Papa Oscar X-ray. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Instead of going direct to Hayes, I'm going to reload and the arrival with the transition. RNAV 16. RNAV 16, IB Club transition, and then we will go direct to I Club. And there we need to be down to like 4,500, so just gonna keep a nice descent going down. So we're going to keep this steep descent going down. I do need to watch our speed and get it below 250. Gosh, we literally have a 10-degree nose down attitude. That is crazy. We're gonna do a like an S turn or something. To keep us from breaking the 250 below 10,000 rule. Wow, I wonder what the passengers are feeling. G-wise, 1.4. That's high. Alright, we have our speed down now. I'm actually gonna get it to about 210 and try to maintain that. so it'll give us some room for error on the descent. I do still have full spoiler out. $4,000 feet. Alright, that's what we're going to descend to right now. We've been flying for only 33 minutes since Denver, and we're already in haze. Another traffic on Qantas flight from JFK to LA, or vice versa. Then at Utiny, we need to be at 3,700. Woden at 2,900. And forgot to set the altimeter. 2989. And coming up to 4,000 now.
Sync rate.
Getting some GPWS alerts, that's alright. Keep speed at 240. What city is this that we're flying over? Ellis. Ellis, Kansas. We really are only 2,000 feet above the ground because the elevation here is about 2,000. Oh, I forgot to run the descent checklist. So landing elevation is set. Fuel check. TCAS as required. We're gonna go ahead and set. Well, a little too late now. Just leave phasing mode at auto. Radar as required. Terrain display is as required. CAS check and clear. Landing data. I'm gonna get that from the tablet. Our V speeds. Set landing. VREF is going to be 125, so VREF plus 5, 130. Approach briefing, we're going to be taking the RNAV runway 16 GPS approach onto runway 16. Should be standard. Alright, approach checklist, altimeter set, APU and bleeds are set. I'm going to go ahead and start the APU in the air. The APU should be starting soon. Lights and passenger signs, turning the landing gear and taxi light on. Are all set. The landing gear are currently not down. We're going to be putting the landing gear down once we do get onto final approach, which will be probably in about 3 minutes. Before landing checklist, flight attendants, we'll go ahead and advise them. Do the shine. Flight attendants, prepare the cabin for arrival, and seats for landing, please. The flight attendants are going to be sitting down now. Passenger signs, verify that those are on. Thrust reversers are armed. Landing gear and flaps, we're going to hold those for now. Okay, so we're not going to go into the hold. The arrival does want us to go into a hold at Ekpox. That's how you pronounce it. Oh, we just need to be above 4,000 at Ekpox and then down to 3,700 again at Utiny. and then 2,900 at Wooden, so that'll give us about 900 feet above the ground. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing the speed back to about 200 knots as we do begin our turn here. I'm going to go ahead and bring out flaps 8. So we are beginning our turn onto final right now. Currently about 10 nautical miles away from the airport. I'm going to wait until we get about, once we see the airport and we're lined up, I'll lower the gear and go to approach VREF +5. There's the airport out there. So at this time I'm going to go ahead and dial in a speed of 135, try to maintain that. I'm going to put gear down, flaps are coming 20. Here comes the landing gear. And flaps 40 now. We're going to begin our descent to 3,700 feet. Oh, speed. A little slow. You do basically have to keep a lot of throttle in for this aircraft. Wait, flaps 45. Now let's do flaps 30 for now. I'm not sure if it's possible to do a flaps 30 landing. We'll put 45 back out, I guess. We can take the... Need to get down to 3,700 feet. The aircraft doesn't seem to want to be doing that. Need to watch our speed again. Are a bit high on the approach. And let's go ahead and start our descent down to 2,900. Need to lose about 1,000 feet of altitude. Autopilot's disconnected. I have the aircraft. Landing gear down and flaps indicating 45. Are a bit low. I'm gonna follow that. Looks like a VNAV descent profile, kind of where the glide slope usually is. And try to follow that down to the runway. We're gonna have to backtrack, or I'm not sure if we're gonna have to backtrack on the runway, but we're definitely gonna have to take taxiway Mike back down to the terminal area. Alright, I'm gonna be waiting for one poppy red, one white. I believe this is just a dual light system. I heard from a real CRJ pilot that it's best to take the throttle out between 10 and 20 feet. So you have a bit minor crosswind, mostly a headwind at 11 knots. There we go, one red, one white. One
400.
right, blah, blah, blah. One red, one white.
300.
I don't know what I'm doing, not using the heads-up display.
200.
We're a bit high. We're gonna have to stop pretty quickly. Runway is only 6,500 feet. Not bad.
50, 40, 30, 20.
Yeah, there goes the
10.
throttle. And here comes reverse. Alright, kicking reverse out at 60 knots. See what our landing rate was. 213. Nice firm landing. Okay, after landing checklist, APU is currently on. We're gonna pop that gen back on. Transponder is standby. Whoa. Don't want to overshoot the turn there. Spoilers are up. Flaps up, lights and strobes. Gonna go ahead and turn landing off, strobe off. And then probes can go off as well. Alright, welcome to Hayes, where the local time is 9:45 a.m. Going to be taxiing to parking 7. Will be handled by SkyWest. Set the strobes on as we cross the runway. A bit late now. That was a good landing, nice flight. Now comes the challenge of shutting the aircraft down. I'm gonna try to shut the engines off because I cannot get those throttles to click into that last detent. Don't know why I can't, but just watching the taxi line, going a bit fast. Let's look up Chewy's video, Chewy94, because he landed this at what is it, Idaho Falls. I want to see how he shuts it down. If he does in the video. Alright. Okay, I think I've figured out how to get the engines to stop. Bring it in to this gate here, turn off the taxi lights. I do not know why we have the big cargo loader. Need to change that with the VSX. But here we come. the taxi light off? Yeah. Wonder those lights. Alright, there we go. So, I believe you just... Yeah, there we go. That's what those are for. And then that cuts the engines. So we're going to start hearing all of our wonderful sounds, warning sounds. Southern checklist, chocks and brakes, so he's going to come out here and put some chocks down and release the parking brake. Electrical is set. We are on the APU. Let's turn the dims off, I guess. Beacon can go off. Seatbelt sign is off. Anti-ice is has been off, but we're gonna go ahead and turn the windshield off. Fuel pumps are off. Guess I had the boost pumps on that entire flight. Turn all the other hydraulics off except 3A. Leave that on. Beacon off. Nose wheel steering is off. Let me go ahead and request deboarding. I don't even know what this is doing. I'm gonna reset GSX. And customize this position. So there's no jetway, disable staircase. I want a conveyor belt. Now let's try to request deboarding. I'm gonna, let's see here. I want to open my screen back up on my phone so I can see what you guys are saying. There we go. Okay. I do need to open the door. There we go. That's more like it. So we have the baggage is gonna be getting off. Passengers are gonna be deboarding once the bus arrives. So the bus will take them to the terminal. I think they just walk there in real life. But let's see. Terminating checks. Do we need to do those? I don't think so. Yeah, we don't need to do the terminating checks.
You too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to the Hayes Regional Airport. You can see, wow, that baggage cart barely fits under the wing. Welcome to the Hayes Regional Airport. We're all shut down here. All the bags getting off right now. Wonder what this baggage cart's gonna do. Is he just gonna go straight through the bus? No, he actually turned. So passengers are getting off. Baggage loading is complete. I'm gonna get this bird ready to fly back to Denver. I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in today on the live stream. I'll catch you guys in the next one.